Sister wives Cristin Brown names Cody's fifth wife. Wait, does Cody Brown have a fifth wife? That's something that came up in a recent interview with his ex, Cristin Brown. The TLC star previously acknowledged that she was somehow never enough for Cody. While it was difficult to accept, she moved on with her life and found her happily ever after with someone new. While speaking about her family life, Cristin brought up Cody Brown's fifth wife. See what she had to say. Cristin Brown admits her ex is incredibly shallow. As Sister Wives season 19 continues, several members of the cast have been engaging in more interviews. This season marks David Woolley's grand debut, so many outlets want the chance to talk with him and Cristin. They recently sat down with Entertainment Tonight to talk about filming, marriage, and so much more. And of course, Cody came up. Naturally, Cristin and David still harbor some difficult feelings about Cody Brown. Although he and Cristin share 6 children and 3 grandchildren, there's quite a bit of bad blood between them. In the interview, the TLC star poked fun at her ex-husband's vanity. In fact, she said David's easygoing behavior made her fall in love with him. David is not shallow, just saying. It's actually the depth of character that's pretty awesome, Cristin shared in the interview. You know what? I let my hair go a long time ago, David added. I don't have to compete with the hair. It was his 5th wife. I never knew where I fit, Cristin continued, taking jabs at her ex-husband. The interviewer expressed shock at the statement. She seemed surprised that Cody put his hair above his wife's needs on occasion. David Woolley and Cody Brown face off tonight. In tonight's new episode, Cristin Brown's past and present meet for the first time. At a family event, Cristin introduces David and Cody. David seems pretty amicable and pleasant, while Cody immediately seems defensive and balks at how chummy his children are with the newcomer. Mykelti Brown Padron casually mentions that David babysat her little ones so that she could get a manicure, causing Cody to bristle. In a confessional, Cody also expresses anger that David and Robin were friendly to one another. As much as fans would like the Brown family members to get along for the sake of the children, it doesn't seem likely that Cristin and Cody will mend fences anytime soon. Cristin sat in her Utah home, nestled into her oversized armchair with a steaming mug of herbal tea. Life was quieter now, softer, and much of that peace was thanks to David. Since leaving her marriage with Cody, she found the courage to step into her own life, one without the heavy shadow of shared marriage decisions or trying to keep up with the needs of 4 other families. David was her rock now, her steady light, and he loved her in a way that felt pure and right. But Cody, as always, had a way of intruding on Cristin's peace. A few weeks earlier, she received a text from him that was vague and somewhat cryptic. "There's someone new in my life," he had written, as if she'd care much. But she could still feel the familiar jab that came whenever Cody made big family announcements without warning. In the past, those announcements were packed with emotions, with nights spent wondering how they'd all adjust to a new woman, a new bond. But now she was an outsider looking in, a spectator to the ever-complicated world of Cody Brown. Still, curiosity got the best of her. She put her tea down and called Janelle, who had also distanced herself from Cody but still somehow managed to stay a few steps closer than Cristin had. Janelle answered with a chuckle, as though she knew exactly why Cristin was calling. "Oh, you got the text too?" Janelle's voice was warm, inviting, and amused. "Yeah, of course I did. Cody is nothing if not predictable," Cristin said, laughing. "So, what's this about a new wife? Any ideas on who this mystery woman is?" "Oh, he's been seeing someone all right. She's younger, of course," Janelle said, sounding exasperated. "And her name's Whitney, or was it Winona? Either way, she's some high-spirited woman who caught his attention." Cristin raised her eyebrows. "Another spirited one. He already has Robin. I thought one high-maintenance relationship was enough for him." Janelle laughed. "Well, this one's apparently quite the personality. I think Cody sees her as his new muse or something. She's into holistic living, claims to be an empath, and has this spiritual aura Cody's apparently obsessed with." Cristin couldn't stop herself from laughing aloud. Holistic living? He never cared about that stuff when we were together. He'd practically scoff at my essential oils and yoga sessions. "Oh, times change," Janelle replied with a playful lilt. "And let's face it, Cody's always looking for the next big thing or person to keep himself interested." The two continued to laugh and chat, sharing a comfortable space of shared understanding about Cody's ever-evolving tastes. Eventually, Cristin hung up, feeling a strange mixture of amusement and mild curiosity. She'd moved on, fully, undeniably. But there was something about Cody's romantic escapades that still had the ability to tug on her old heartstrings, if only a little. Later that week, the big news broke out across social media. Kody Brown had officially announced that he was welcoming his fifth wife. The new Mrs. Brown, Winona, posed next to him with a proud, serene smile in the Instagram post, looking ethereal in a flowing dress and a large statement necklace. The comments were as predictable as they were entertaining. Fans congratulating Kody, longtime critics rolling their eyes, and everyone in between dissecting every pixel of the picture. Curled up on her couch, Cristin glanced at the photo on her phone with an arched eyebrow. There it was, another big, bold necklace. She laughed softly to herself, thinking of Robin's well-documented affinity for jewelry that meant something. Now here was Winona, carrying on the tradition with her own set of symbolic stones and beads. Cristin didn't know if she'd be wearing turquoise or amethyst next, but it seemed that Kody had a type, at least when it came to accessories. She could hear David's footsteps as he walked into the living room. He settled down beside her, catching a glimpse of her phone screen. "Oh, another one?" he asked, his voice warm and patient. "Yep, meet Winona, the new Mrs. Brown. She's into spiritual healing and crystals, apparently." "Guess that's the new thing," Cristin chuckled, leaning her head against David's shoulder. She loved the way he responded to Cody's life with such nonchalance. It was reassuring, grounding her in this new world where Cody's decisions were no longer her own to manage. As the days passed, Cristin kept herself busy, leaving Cody's latest life chapter on the back burner of her mind. But it wasn't long before she got a call from a reporter asking for her reaction to Cody's latest marriage. "You really want my opinion?" she asked with a touch of humor. "Yes, Cristin. Fans are eager to know what you think of Cody's choice. Considering your history," the reporter replied with that persistent, coaxing tone journalists are so skilled at using. Cristin took a deep breath and decided it was time to reclaim her story, her voice. She thought about what Winona would face, how she'd have to adapt to Cody's lifestyle and expectations. It wasn't an easy road, and she felt some sympathy for the young woman who had, knowingly or not, stepped into a complex world. Cristin wondered what Kody had told Winona about her, Janelle, and Mary, and what truths he might have left out. Winona is going to bring her own personality into Cody's life. Every new wife adds something different, and I genuinely hope she finds the support she needs. "I wish her well," Cristin said into the phone, feeling a sense of closure. It was honest, but it wasn't bitter. She had moved on, truly, deeply, and in a way that let her look back with a sense of peace. When the call ended, she realized she'd said something she actually believed. She'd wanted Cody's world to evolve, just not at her expense. Now she was free of it, watching as a spectator, wishing only for Winona what she now cherished. A life with someone who adored her for exactly who she was and never needed anything more.